Not every car is just a machine. Some cars carry something heavier than metal. They carry stories, stories of crime, of fame, of obsession, and sometimes death. Think about it. A car is supposed to take you somewhere, but what if it takes you into history instead? What if the same seat you're sitting in once belonged to a gangster on the run, a celebrity on the edge, or someone moments away from their final breath? These aren't just vehicles, they're witnesses. Witnesses to bullets being fired, to lives ending in seconds, to decisions that changed everything. And the strangest part, many of these cars still exist today, preserved, displayed, like silent reminders that history doesn't disappear, it stays, sometimes on four wheels. Today, we're diving into 10 of the most infamous cars ever. And trust me, some of these stories feel more like nightmares than reality. Number 10. Bonnie and Clyde's Ford V8. It looked like an ordinary car, but in 1934, this Ford V8 became one of the deadliest vehicles in history. Bonnie and Clyde didn't just drive it, they depended on it. Fast enough to outrun police, strong enough to survive rough roads. It was their escape, their protection, until the day it became their coffin. On a quiet road in Louisiana, officers waited. No warning, no negotiation, just gunfire. Over 100 bullets ripped through the car in seconds, glass shattered, metal tore apart, and inside, everything went silent. The car didn't just stop, it ended a legend. But instead of being forgotten, it was displayed. Crowds gathered to see it, not as a car, but as proof of how far crime can go and how suddenly it can end.
Number 9.
James Dean's Porsche 550 Spider. James Dean loved speed, and this car was built for it. Lightweight, powerful, unforgiving. He called it Little Bastard, a nickname that would soon feel too real. On his way to a race, everything ended in a moment. A crash, a violent impact, and just like that, a rising star was gone. But the story didn't end there, because after the crash, things got strange. Parts from the car were reused, and one by one, those cars crashed too. Drivers injured, machines destroyed. People began to whisper, was it cursed? No one could prove it, but even today, that Porsche isn't remembered for speed, it's remembered for something much darker. Number 8. Al Capone's armored Cadillac. This wasn't a car, it was a moving fortress, built for one of the most dangerous men in America, Al Capone. Bullets couldn't easily get in, and enemies couldn't easily get close. Thick armor, bulletproof glass, even fake police lights so he could move without suspicion. It gave him power, not just on the streets, but in people's minds. Because when this car showed up, people knew someone important and dangerous had arrived. But power doesn't last forever. After Capone was arrested, this same car was taken, and in a twist no one expected, it was used to protect the president. From crime boss to national security. Same car, different purpose, same fear. Number 7. John Dillinger's Caroplane. Speed meant survival, and Dillinger understood that better than anyone. This car wasn't flashy, but it didn't need to be, because what it lacked in looks, it made up for in performance. Fast acceleration, quick escape, perfect for disappearing before police could react. During one escape, bullets hit the car, but it kept going. That moment turned it into a legend, not just a vehicle, but a symbol of defiance. A reminder that sometimes the difference between freedom and capture is just speed. Number 6. O.J. Simpson's Ford Bronco. It wasn't fast, it wasn't aggressive, but somehow this became one of the most watched cars in history. A white Ford Bronco moving slowly down the highway, police behind it, helicopters above it, and millions of people watching, live. No script, no control. Just tension. Every second felt uncertain. Would it end peacefully or something worse? The chase itself was slow, but the impact, massive. Because this wasn't just about a car, it was about media, fame, in a moment that stopped the entire world. Number 5. Hitler's Mercedes-Benz 770K. This car was built to impress. Big, powerful, unstoppable. But what made it infamous was who stood inside it. Used in parades, this car became a stage for power, for control, for fear. Crowds watched, not just the man, but the machine carrying him. It wasn't just transportation, it was a symbol. And today, that symbol feels heavy, because it reminds us that even the most advanced machines can be used for the darkest purposes.
Number 4.
Pablo Escobar's Porsche 911 RSR. Before the empire, before the power, there was speed. Escobar loved racing, and this Porsche was built for champions. Fast, precise, unforgiving. But as his life changed, so did the meaning of the car. It stopped being about racing and became tied to something darker: crime, violence, fear. A machine once built for competition, now remembered by the man behind it.
Number 3.
Janis Joplin's Porsche 536. This car didn't hide, it stood out. Bright colors, wild designs. It was art on wheels, just like Janis herself. Free, unfiltered, alive. But that freedom didn't last. After her sudden death, the car remained. Still colorful, still loud, but now it felt different, like a memory frozen in time. A reminder that even the brightest lives can burn out too soon. Number 1. Oldsmobile Tornado, mafia car. At first glance, nothing unusual, but that's exactly what made it perfect. Quiet engine, smooth movement, no attention. And in the world of organized crime, that's everything. This car became a tool, not for driving, but for disappearing. Arrive silently, leave quickly, no trace. It wasn't loud like a sports car, it was calm, controlled, and sometimes that's far more dangerous. It's strange, isn't it, how something as simple as a car can become part of history, not because of what it is, but because of what happened around it. Every scratch, every dent, every mile driven tells a story, some of speed, some of power, and some of moments people wish never happened. But history doesn't disappear. It stays, in objects, in memories, in things we can still see today. And maybe that's why these cars feel different, because when you look at them, you're not just seeing metal, you're seeing moments frozen in time. So now I want to ask you, which of these cars shocked you the most? And if you could see one of them in real life, would you want to? Or would you rather leave these stories in the past?